Coming up on CityView, local businesses compete to significantly reduce the waste stream. A rodeo event unlike any you have ever seen. And Viva Hispanic Heritage Month, a time to celebrate the contributions of Latinos to our country and community. Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Carol Barish. Those stories and more, but first, our top story. For the 49th year in a row, the City of Austin transformed the Moonlight Tower in Zilker Park into the Zilker tree, marking the start of the holidays.
Is that too fast? Are you good?
Austin Energy crews decorated the Zilker tree with more than 3,000 bulbs and 2 large stars containing 75 frosted bulbs each. The placement of the yellow bulbs on each of the 39 streamers gives the tree its distinctive swirl pattern. A tree lighting ceremony will take place on Sunday, November 29th at 6 p.m., where the winner of a citywide coloring contest will flip the switch and illuminate the Zilker tree for Central Texans to enjoy through the end of December. Learn more about the free event and coloring contest at austintexas.gov/Zilker Holiday Tree. Thousands of pounds of materials leave local businesses every month as waste. Imagine if instead of going to landfills, those materials went to other local businesses that reuse them to make new products.
Said it's weather resistant, so
That's the future the reverse pitch competition is working to create. The competition is a new social innovation initiative from Austin Resource Recovery, the Economic Development Department, and the Innovation Office. At the competition's opening event, local companies and institutions such as Build a Sign and the city's own recycled reeds pitched their byproduct materials to an audience of over 80 social entrepreneurs, their mentors, and other community members. The competition will culminate in a final event on December 9th, when entrepreneurs will pitch their new reuse business ideas for a $10,000 innovation prize. Every year, the Texas Recreation and Parks Society, TRAPS, holds a Parks Maintenance Rodeo competition where park employees across the state can showcase their skills and talents while competing first with each other, then moving on to compete with other cities across the state for the top honor. The rodeo gives participants a chance to show off and test skills such as truck driving, irrigation assembly, and the popular mower obstacle course, where entrants drive through a tight course marked with traffic cones. These mowers are 4 to 6 times the size of what you might use at home, and park staff enjoys putting those big machines through their paces.
This is a tradition that's went on through the TRAPS Association for several years. And it's just an opportunity to get the guys out here and to showcase some of their talents and skills and the work that they do from day to day.
Good job, Angelo.
It takes a lot of skill to drive through these cones and not hit these balls. And these are the things that they do from day to day as well, the obstacles that we face in the park. So most of these guys are pretty good at it.
The skills it takes to operate these machines at this level can take years to hone, and every year the Austin Parks and Recreation Department staff come through as winners with more than 800 parks professionals competing. Finalists in the competition may go on to compete in the State Maintenance Rodeo held in March. You may notice a change in this month's utility bill due to changes in the city's new drainage fee. Craig Bell with the Watershed Protection Department gives us some insight.
The fee is changing for just about everyone. The amount of the fee is changing. And it's changing because the way the fee is calculated is changing. It is now reflecting the actual impact each property has on the drainage system. And the best measure of impact that we have are the amount and the percentage of impervious cover. Each property will be evaluated according to its characteristics. So if the amount and the percentage of impervious cover is higher, then the impact is greater and the amount of the fee consequently should be higher. The drainage charge supports a wide number of programs that are important to the citizens with respect to flood control, flood monitoring, flood warning systems, the water quality of the riparian system that we have, how it looks, the ability to retain attractive streams and creeks in our city. This project we're right by is a good example of how we're saving trees near the creek, how we're stabilizing the banks in order to handle the amount of drainage that we now see in an urbanized watershed. A good way for people to understand what is happening with any individual property is austintexas.gov/drainage charge. There you can find a wealth of information about how the fee is changing and what it's changing to, and you can look at how the fee will impact your particular property. There is a tool called Find My Drainage Charge. You open up that tool, you can type in your address, and you can look at the characteristics of your property, figure out how your fee was calculated, and you can even see on an aerial photo what the city interprets to be the impervious cover for your particular property.
When you look up your property, if you see errors in your impervious cover, please call 512-494-9400 so that the information can be reviewed and fixed if needed. Community leaders gathered to commemorate the restoration of the historic Schieffer House in East Austin, a piece of Austin's African-American history. Built around 1895, the Schieffer House has a rich history that includes serving as the Travis County Negro Agricultural Extension Service and as a gathering place for movers and shakers in African American politics in the 1960s.
When this whole vision was started, the city provided some money to do for phase 1 and phase 2. The renovations were done through a federal grant, I understand. This is one of those historic properties in East Austin that I'm always talking about. We don't seem to ever save them. I'm so glad that we've saved this one, and we've added on to it in a culturally sensitive way, and it looks like what it used to look like, and it has a beautiful view of the Capitol from the second-story window, so it's a great day to be here.
Tenants in the historical house on Lydia Street include the Austin Revitalization Authority and medical professionals. Learn more at austintexas.gov/housing. The Austin Hispanic Network celebrated the City of Austin's annual Hispanic Heritage Celebration, Sabor de Austin, at Fiesta Gardens. This event provided employees an excellent opportunity to socialize with fellow colleagues while recognizing the many contributions made by Latinos in our community and across the country. It featured food, music, and ballet folklorico performances. Sabor de Austin was part of Hispanic Heritage Month, a time for all of us to celebrate and reflect on the positive impact the Hispanic culture has had in the United States. Hispanics have enhanced and shaped our national character with centuries-old traditions that reflect the diverse customs of their communities. Today, those customs, traditions, and values are a strong part of Austin and our nation. Sabor de Austin was sponsored jointly by the Human Resources Department, HRD, and the Austin Hispanic Network, with both sharing a mission of employee development and creating environments for ongoing employee engagement. That's all for this week's CityView. I'm your host, Carol Barish. Our next episode airs November 20th. Thanks for watching.